What's up, everybody? This is Indie Music Live 209, if you can believe it. And we're checking out some cool music tonight. We have Phoebe Silva for their song Strong Enough. And then we're also checking out, let's see, we have Brandon Bing as featured artist. He's hanging out with me and keeping me company. He's a really cool guy, actually. We're going to talk to him in just a few minutes. And then we're also checking out another review that was on the website recently by the Atomic Berries and their song Far Away. So it's a quiet night. It's a comedy of errors today, and it's just me. It's the first time this has ever happened. For those of you that don't know, Dave lives in Arizona, and I don't have like a direct way to get in touch with him other than like Facebook, and I have his number, but I should call his number actually. But he hasn't been active in a few hours, 7 hours, and there's a lot of coronavirus going on in Arizona. And honestly, we don't talk every day, so I hope he's okay because he has never ditched the show in like ever. I even did it to him a couple weeks ago because I got a flu shot and it made me sick, and he took over. So I figured, what the hell? I'm going to do it tonight, even without a panel guest. So I'm going to keep you entertained for the next 10 minutes at least. So I do have Rob here making me look good and helping me out with all the professional stuff. So let's go ahead and get right to it, shall we? Phoebe Silva with her song Strong Enough. Let us know what you think in the comments. Share this video out, and we'll be right back.
It's true. I tremble with longing every time I'm around you, but please don't confuse my affection with the feeling that you're drowning. That's not about me, baby. It's true. I can handle you, but you're not strong enough for me. I know you're intrigued, like so many men before you. I wear my heart out on my sleeve, and it's me, just a dream. I've got this fire inside. I could light this whole damn house up with the slightest admission of my desire. And I could love you till the end of time, but you'll never be mine, darling, it's true. I can handle you, but you're not strong enough for me. I've played this scene out so many times, but this time I'm not crying, and I'm thinking that's a sign that I'm finally standing tall on my own 2 feet. I don't need anyone to hold my hand, no
A recent review on the Indie Music Plus website, Phoebe Silva with her song Strong Enough. And normally I would toss this over to a panel guest or Dave and kind of skip it. But I'm not much of a talker. But this girl's good. She's got a good voice. I think that when I was listening to the song, I think some of the things that stick out to me, and I'm a little more picky usually than I should be because overall I don't want to take away from what she's doing or anything like that. But the voice was buried to me for some reason, and normally Dave would kind of come back and be like, yeah, I think it's kind of like a like a recording thing. I was listening to the headphones, and I hope Dave watches this so he can hear me, see me do this. But yeah, so good music, good tune. She's got a strong voice. I think she does a bunch of different genres of music. So I'm interested to hear what she does in the future and where she's gonna end up. I think she's from California. So check her out, Phoebe Silva, with her song Strong Enough. So this is when I bring in the featured artist of the night, Mr. Brandon Bing. If some of you may remember that we were going to have him on a few weeks ago, and then we abruptly changed the night of the show and communications got crossed. So we ended up playing his music anyway. And here he is tonight. He's on the show. Brandon Bing, how you doing tonight, my friend?
Good. What's going on, Joe?
Not much. You've been hanging out with us and been enjoying the comedy of errors this tonight. 209. You think we'd have our shit together by now?
Yeah.
But things happen. So there's a so this is where I normally give the artist a chance to sort of give your elevator pitch. You have a bunch of things going on, dude, and I want to get into it in a few minutes. But this is just sort of let us know who Brandon Bing is, what your goal is, your short goal, of course, as a country artist, and tell us a little bit about your song we're going to listen to. I'm going to mix it up, something about bourbon, babes, and whiskeys or something. Yeah. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, name is Brandon Bing. I'm a songwriter from North Florida, and I live in Nashville, also half-time outside of Germantown. And I basically just want to be known as a storyteller. I do a lot of witty wordplay and do a lot of stuff with my writing with like metaphors and satire and things like that. So it's really important for me to like really share the story and the underlying message, and to do it in 3 to 4 minutes is kind of cool. So I guess I'm a writer of songs, and hopefully I'll remember for many years to come. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. I like to have a good time and just make good music.
Awesome. Yeah, and you were saying, we'll get into it in a second, but you're saying you write many different genres of songwriting too. So excited to hear about that. So we'll check out so what is it? Babes, Brain, what is it?
It's Barnes, Babes, and Bourbon.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
I got Barnes, Babes, and bourbon in a glass. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I know it's kinda going, yeah, it's kinda going fast. I got Barnes, Babes, and bourbon in a glass. This pretty little thing came strutting my way when she looked at me, tried to take me away a little. Did she know this boy could play? Spun her around and took her breath away. As I picked her up, I whispered in her ear, said I lay it down like Conway did. I got Barnes, Babes, and bourbon in a glass. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I know it's kinda going, yeah, it's kinda going fast. I got Barnes, Babes, and bourbon in a glass. The time went fast, we had a good time already. Down some shots to start the night. I looked across that dance floor right, saw the miles again, that girl is mine. As I slid her way to grab her hand real tight, Johnny said it fast, we'll just walk that line. I got Barnes, Babes, and bourbon in a glass. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I know it's kinda going, yeah, it's kinda going fast. I got Barnes, Babes, and bourbon in a glass. Last call came, I walked away till my
Brisket, Babes, and Barnes, right? No. What was that called again?
Hey, I like brisket. It's funny. I had brisket yesterday.
Barnes,
I really
Babes,
did. I had cowboy breakfast. I had a cowboy. I went up. I flew up to Nashville for a buddy of mine's surprise birthday, and I met up with a couple other songwriter buddies of mine, and we had brunch. And
Pancake House.
And I had a brisket.
Nice.
So it was pretty good.
Nice. You ever been to the Pancake House up there?
Pancake Pantry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just ate there about a week ago, but
Yep.
It wasn't like it normally is, because when I went there this time, it was like ghost town, like
of course,
Corona masks everywhere, and 30% occupancy.
Yeah, I haven't been there in like 20 years, man. I was just telling you just briefly, I was in a band and we record there a lot. We were signed with a publishing company and stuff, and Pancake Pantry was the place to be, man.
Oh yeah. It's right there next to the Gulch where all the fun stuff is at.
Nice. So this is the normally Deeper with Dave segment, and he normally goes but it's Deeper with Dave via JoeJoeKeys now. So just forewarning, I'm not really an interviewer. That's why I have Dave do it, because he's really good and insightful. But Brandon, we just want to know about you and as the guy that runs the business, you know, I was telling you that as a country artist in particular, but just even as an indie artist, you stuck out to me when the submission was made, and it was like a no-brainer to have you on the show because you got your shit together. You got good songs or good sounding songs, you know, and most people know I'm not a country guy, but I can dig a good country song, you know, especially the rootsy kind of stuff where it's not like you mentioned Travis Tritt earlier, like those kind of guys, even older and stuff like that, you know, not the glam country stuff, but I think you're very genuine. So, you know, just tell us a little bit about, you know, where you came from and, you know, who you are and even about your other businesses if you want to, just briefly.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like I said, I live in Volusia County, Florida. It's in a small town, Samsula. It's between Daytona and the Ocala Forest, and it's a cool environment down here, man. Like, you know, we get as you know earlier, I was telling you we're just full of, you know, rainstorms right now.
Yeah,
it's like thunder, and my power went off twice. I had my backup come on. I was like, but yeah, no, it's usually when it's not raining, it's pretty fun. You know, we spend a lot of time out on the beach and the river. Got a lot of good friends and just a good community around here. I live in the countryside on this side, so it's kind of cool because we're kind of more tucked away, a little secret. It's real peaceful. But then if you want to get to town, you're, you know, stone's throw from the front porch, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I do music. I got a solar company in Florida. Or it's called All American Solar. I did that with a buddy of mine, Steve Lorenz. So we've done that. And
is that what took you down to Florida?
I'm sorry?
Is that what took you down to Florida?
Actually, no, my dad took us down to Florida when I was little. Him and a business partner, they had a telecommunications business. And when I was a little kid, we used to go to the beach a lot. My parents would always be like, hey, Brandon, you want to go to Disney World or you want to go to the beach? And I was like, Mom and Daddy, I want to go to the beach.
The beach is much cooler than Disney.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want to sit in lines around, stay in the water with my toes in the sand. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I grew up on a lake myself. I totally agree.
Yeah, so I mean, it was just kind of like that, and I've grown up here pretty much my whole life. Over 20 years. I'm 32 now, and you know, I started a solar company with a good friend of mine, and also I have a whiskey company down here as well.
So how's the whiskey thing work? Like, how did you get into that? Did you start distilling it yourself? Is that what it's called? I don't even know. Brewing it?
No, distilling. I want to making really good friends with. So being a songwriter and being back and forth in Nashville. My mom's from Kentucky, so Moonshine. I was always a big bourbon and whiskey connoisseur. You know, Miss Louisville over there. So it was just kind of like a perfect fit for me because I just love to drink. You know, I mean, I don't know. But I was like, you know, as a musician and as an up and coming, especially as an indie artist, I was like, well, how many artists in general, but how many independent artists have their own whiskey? So I was like, I'll be a badass and have my own whiskey. So I made friends with Jose Aponte, and he has JLA distilleries down here in Orlando. And me and him just like came two peas in a pod. And so I set up a relationship with him and made a private label, built a recipe, designed the label, the bottle, chose everything. I mean, literally built the whole entire whiskey from the ground up, and it's called Stockyard Whiskey. People can go to stockyard-whiskey.com and check it out, and it's delicious. So
so how does the music tie into all that then? Like, how did you get into country music? Did you ever do any other style of music? I mean,
so actually I played cello when I was real little.
Very interesting. You are just just peeling, man. Don't expect it.
Hey, hold on. Hey, JoJo, listen, I am an onion. You got to peel me one layer at a time.
I'm
if
saying,
you take it all, if you just cut right in that sucker, it's going to make those eyes drip. You understand what I'm saying? So
totally. Yeah. It's awesome, man.
Yeah. No, I like to have a good time, man. And it's like, life's too short, especially with all this Rona going on. Like I told you, man, hopefully Dave's, if he has the Rona, I got the limes.
Man, I hope party out. Yeah.
We could be like Luke Bryan and crash my playa out there in Mexico, you know. At least the Corona would fit there, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but, that's a weird thing, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, all jokes aside, yeah, I did cello when I was young, and then I played drums for 8 years. From concert to, you know, bells to marimbas to hand drums. I played in the church praise band. I sang off and on throughout my whole life.
Very cool.
and then I've always been a songwriter. So that's it just kind of worked in what I like about country music. I mean, I've always loved country music. I love all music if it sounds good. Like I told you earlier, I just was in the process of cutting my second project up there this last couple of weeks in Nashville. And one of the things I've always wanted to do was make a hard rock, heavy metal country record. And I did that. So I'm excited to get it out there.
That, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. So like I said, this interview is generally pretty short anyway, but everybody know where we can find your music and all that stuff.
Yeah. So if you Google me, you can Google me, but if you go on iTunes, all my music's on iTunes. It's on Spotify. It's on Amazon Music, Google, so on and so forth. So if you look up Brandon Bing, my handles on all my social media, Facebook, Instagram is Brandon Bing Music. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. My website's brandonbingmusic.com, and on Twitter I'm the Hoss Music. So that's kind of all that.
Yeah, that messed me up, but I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was tagging you on the other video you're on. So cool, man. You are one well-rounded individual, man. It was so awesome to have you on here. Good talker. We're gonna have you back as a co-host for sure, because you're a lively individual, man. So hopefully you and I can. Are you on the email that I've been communicating with? Do you?
Yeah. You can email me, message me. Just don't hey, be careful, don't slide in my DMs, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, your dad said he was helping you out or something like that on LinkedIn.
Yeah, he's a cool cat. He gets up there on the promo.
Awesome.
So he's getting to have his second win, I guess, right? When you break 60,
no, that's great.
You get over the hill, you got to show you got some life left. So
yeah, you guys are good people for sure. So I definitely got to have you back. So cool. So Brandon, thanks for hanging out with us. And Rob, this is when Dave does this thing. I don't know really what it means, but something about like the next song, Atomic Berries.
And to the next song. Hey, appreciate you, JoJo.
God says, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And from the crew of Apollo 8, we close with good night, good luck, a Merry Christmas, and God bless all of you.
Atomic Berries. I feel dirty when I say that. Far Away is the song. And it's just me. Listen to those crickets. Is that crickets or is that my air conditioner? Maybe I have gas. All right, so that's normally we talk about this song. This song is like probably one of the more different ones than we've actually had on the website in quite a while. I enjoy this type of music. It kind of reminds me of Art of Noise-ish electronic stuff. It's cool. cool. It's definitely not bad at all. Not what I thought they were when I initially heard their name and saw their thing. And also, we this was delayed a little bit, so I apologize to the guys, the band, the duo. It is. I think they're in overseas. Apologize to them for the delay, but we finally made it. So Rob's staring at me really weird, and I feel awkward. So we're going to end the show. We actually made it 25 minutes tonight, just me and Brandon, Bing, and Rob. We can do this. All right. So if you people are praying, people pray for Dave. Hopefully he's okay, because like I said, he's never ever done this before, and I'm actually genuinely worried. It's kind of like when Rob was in the hospital with the flu and we didn't hear from him. I'm genuinely worried about my friend that I've never met in person before. So thanks for watching the show, and I'm JoeJoeKeys, Hixvideo, Hixvideo, Mr. Rob Hicks if you need professional live streaming production, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.